guys, and welcome back to the channel. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning. I've just about got up. My voice is going to be croaky. I mean, look at this for the weather. It's all misty. Yesterday was sunny when I was driving that 335, but today I'm going to be driving this Focus RS. It's the Mark II, finished off in the ultimate green. It's a car that belongs to a good friend of mine. I used to go to primary school with him, then secondary. Haven't seen him for about 20 years, and there's me saying that he's a good friend of mine, but I've been following him on all the kind of social media and stuff like that. I must admit that I'm not like a Ford Focus RS guru. I don't really know a huge amount about these cars. This car is not standard. It has been modified quite a bit, so you know, there's like a modification list that he sent me over, which we'll try and go through. These cars generally kind of push out about 300 horsepower through the front wheels, 2.5 V5 engine. So yeah, what we're going to do is do the usual walk around, take it for a drive, flybys and the rest, and yeah, let's just go and have a look at it for now anyway. So here we are. Here's the Focus RS Mark II, finished off in the ultimate green. It's been modified by Matt Lewis Motorsports. Let's move on to the engine bay to start with. Obviously, as you can see, it's not a stock car. There's a lot of work that's gone on underneath this car. So starting with, it's got the remapped ECU, it's got like an induction kit here, which is a Hoonigan. Like I say, this car's got quite a few modifications under here. All the hoses have been changed. I think he's going to be changing all these ancillary hoses, but the main ones, like say straight from the induction, that's all been changed under here. Yeah, so you got these induction intakes on either side, and you've got a massive intercooler. If you move around the back, you've got this nice wing. You've got the RS blue kind of logo in there. So guys, this car features a Mongoose Section 500 exhaust. It's straight turbo back, so no cats, no reses. Sounds absolutely amazing. We are going to give the car a bit of a start up as well. In terms of tyres, the car's running Eagle Goodyears. Apparently a very grippy tyre. And you've got some uprated brakes, discs and pads. So inside here, it's pretty standard RS. You've obviously got a head unit, which obviously that's an aftermarket thing. You've got a splashings of carbon. You've got the green start button. I'm not sure whether that's standard or not, but it's there anyway. And you've got these lovely Recaro bucket seats. They look amazing, look very supportive. What I'll do is I'm going to put in a kind of a screenshot of all the modifications like on the screen now. We'll just scroll through them. There's way too much that I can actually remember and actually put through and talk about, but you'll get a good idea as to all the modifications that has been done to this car. Guys, here we are in the Focus Mark II RS. I'm not going to sound like a pro Focus RS driver or anything like that, because like I said before, I'm not a Focus RS guru. The first few things, my first impressions, that's what this video is going to be about on this particular Focus RS, is that this steering wheel, we've got the car into sports mode, we're going to keep it in that sports mode. Steering feels really sharp and on point, no doubt about that. You know, you don't get any of that kind of fake steering feel. You don't get any kind of play in the steering. You just point the car and it literally goes. 400 horsepower running through the front wheels. My initial kind of thoughts were that it's gonna be all playful and you know, it's not gonna hook up. When it's on song and you got the right gear and it finds traction, boy, this car hooks up. We ain't in the best of weathers today. We've got a lot of fog, a lot of mist, and I don't want to take any risks, obviously, I never do. The whole car literally just comes alive, you know, the sound of it, it literally does sound like a rally car. It does, when you got the exhaust that pops, and when you're sending it. I think what really amazes me is that this car is from an era where 300 horsepower from the front wheels was like unheard of. You know, you had cars like the Vauxhall VXR, which was just like understeering all the way, and Ford came along with the ST and the RS, and they were able to put down 250 odd horsepower in the ST and 300 horsepower in this through a sophisticated suspension setup. I think it was called the Revo Knuckle. This car's got like say 400 odd horsepower, and it really pushes that through the front wheels and it puts it down really well. We just got this massive tractor going past, and the last thing I want to do is scuffle his car. That shove that he gives you when the turbo's on boost. The M140i compared to this feels really linear, but this is more of an event, more of an occasion. You know, I know there's like a massive kind of a Ford fan club out there. Most of the shows that I've been to, there's a massive array of Focus RSs, and to be quite honest, I can actually understand why, because these cars are really well sought after. I was looking at the Auto Trader the other day, and you could get a really high mileage one of these for about 16-17 grand with half the things that this car's had done to it. So guys, I'm not gonna lie, under hard acceleration when you're pulling away in first gear, you are tugging at the steering wheel. Obviously there are limitations to front wheel drive cars, you know, and that is one of them, regardless how sophisticated the suspension setup is. Like now, like there, I can feel it spinning. Tyres play an important part because, you know, they help with grip, and this car's running the Goodyear Eagle F1s. That helps with the car's contact with the road, and when you've got traction it really hooks up, and then there's no kind of like play in the steering, and that in a car like this is really important. I think I've got to mention the driving position in this car. Like for example, the seats, they are the shell bucket. A lot of people say that you actually sit on them rather than in them. I think that's all dependent on your body size. I mean, I'm like 5'7", so for me, I just fit straight into them. They really are sporty when you're going around the corners. You got these high bolstered areas from the shoulders, the hip, I think really on point. Steering itself, it's direct, you know, it's not offset. Pedals are bang on as well. You know, I did that video on the M140i manual where I was saying the pedals are a little bit offset, and when you're going around some country lanes, you know, you do feel a bit twisted. None of that in this. It's literally on point. When you get these ancillary little dials which show you oil temperature, turbo, and oil pressure as well. Everything's quite logically laid out. Ergonomically, I think it's pretty good. I don't think there's anything that I would want in any other place. I just love the way this car, like, you accelerate and then you get the surprising pop from the exhaust and that recirculation valve blowing off. It's a proper event, a proper occasion driving this car. So guys, we're back at the same spot where we started this video. I'm absolutely thrilled in the way this car actually handles. I wasn't expecting it to actually handle the way it did because of that 400 horsepower through the front wheels. Everything that's been done to that car has been done to a high level. My mate Lee, who owns the car, you know, big shout out to him. He's obviously, you know, that's his pride and joy. If you've got one of these cars, guys, I'm sure you don't want me telling you this, but you know that it's an appreciating asset. What a car to own in this kind of era where you got all these kind of emission regulations and stuff like that. And you know, everything's just being down powered and down engine sized and all of that crap. But yeah, amazing piece of kit. Guys, if you are new to the channel, most of my cars on my channel are featured like around the BMWs, etc. I was so keen to get out in one of these, now I have done. I'm obviously keen to get out in a Mark 3 RS as well, just for comparison purposes. So yeah, if you are new to this channel, don't forget to give this video a like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also don't forget to check me out on my Instagram, which will drop down here somewhere. Also guys, do check out our Facebook group, which is the BMW M Performance Hatch Club. I know it's totally irrelevant to this video, but it's there anyway. Like I say, big shout out to my friend Lee, who's, you know, taking me out in his pride and joy. Hopefully guys, I'll see you on the next one. Take care, bye.